What's going on YouTube? West Hobbies RC. So today we are finally back with the Infusion 180. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I've posted anything on this helicopter, mentioned it, videoed it, or anything. So I'm straightforward like I always am with you guys. This is not the maiden flight. I've probably got over 40 to 50 flights on this model by now. So there's reasons why I have not touched base, talked about, posted anything about this model. We had some issues. So this is actually my second one. My first one ended up crashing on the maiden flight. We thought it was a bad board. It was going nuts. Anyways, I got another one and it had the same issues. So I've seen a couple of you guys talk about these issues as well. I monitor all the posts and these were the issues that I was having as well. So it's not a bad model. Now, I don't want nobody out there bashing it. It's, you know, it's blade crap, none of that. It's a great model. It just needed some tweaking, quite a bit of it. So now, if you guys have an Infusion 180 and you're having these issues, so the main thing, the first issue that we had was the insane massive vibration at any kind of higher head speed. So now, the head block where it meets the main shaft, if you can notice in there, it looks like a piece of heat shrink because it is a piece of heat shrink. So I ended up having a lot of play in this head. This whole head would rock side to side. So when the head speed got high, you would get an insane amount of vibration, especially when you would lower down on the collective. So you would get a vibration and the helicopter would shake really badly. So ended up being that there's just a little bit of slop, a little too much slop in the head block to the main shaft. So I ended up just taking the whole head off, put me a piece of really small heat shrink, and then I had to force the head back on, put the bolt in. Now the head slop is gone, super tight head, and vibration is gone. So if you guys are having vibration, it's the slop in the head block to the main shaft. Put a little piece of heat shrink, put it back on. It can be a pain. I can make a separate video on doing that if need be. Second issue was the tail performance and erratic tail that would literally go nuts. So we had, okay, I know, inactive alarm. So we had some issues with the tail going absolutely crazy. And that issue was, we'll just restart the radio. So that issue was that the gain settings were off severely. So now for you guys that have these issues as well, I'll read you the forward programming because I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Again, we can make a whole separate video on this. So in forward programming, we go to tail rotor, and in normal mode, okay, I'm running an 80, 40, 80. So P gains 80, I gains 40, D gains 80. Okay, and then in idle up 1, it's the same as idle up 2. P gains 80, I gains 40, D gains 80. Idle up 2, we are running a P gain of 60, an I gain of 50, and a D gain of 80. So that is where we're at on the tail. Once I fixed the slop in the head, cyclic vibration went away. So now I can actually comfortably make a video on this model and show you guys some flights. So I actually don't have a lot of any kind of 3D flights on it. All my flights have been just trying to get it flying. But I can say now I am happy with it. I do like it. I also added a little bit more collective. So as you can see, it's a very solid model. Flight performance wise, now it is awesome. If you guys notice, the field looks a little different. It's because they cut all the trees down. So flight performance, normal mode, we added a little bit more collective. So in normal mode, we can, you know, actually have some punch out power. So as a beginner mode, it's good. And then we kick it up into idle up 1.
Good one. Time remaining 4 minutes.
This is actually the most flying I've done with it. Now we go into idle up 2.
Done 2.
No insane vibrations. Tail is still not 100% perfect, but it is a bunch better. Now this is a great second step helicopter for somebody that is just getting out of the fixed pitch stage, or they wanna
Remaining 3 minutes. Done 1.
they want to get into, you know, collective pitch models. This would be a fantastic model. Low head speed cruising, it's solid as a rock. We are flying on a Spectrum 800 milliamp 3S pack.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
We do have voltage battery telemetry. And this is just an easy flight. I'm still not used to the helicopter. Really, all my flights have been tuning flights. Like, I've never got past to doing any of this. I'm just extremely pleased now that we got it tuned out. I've been talking with a couple different people. So as we fly more, we'll do more tuning and we'll get it to be perfect.
One minute.
And the flight times are awesome.
ESC 10.9 volts. Seconds. 20 seconds. 10.
Normal mode. Now all that was done in idle up 1. We don't have self level on.
Timer expired. Hold.
Tail got caught up in the grass there. So we flew down to a 5-minute timer, idle up 1, a little bit of idle up 2, 20% left in the pack. ESC is 122 degrees. And we are down at 3.76 volts per cell. Perfect. I usually fly lower, but you guys do what you want. So 5 minutes, easy flight. Could even go longer if you're flying a low head speed. So we're gonna just go ahead like we always do. We're going to grab another pack. Now I do like how easy batteries are. I mean, they're simple. Little tip, I just put a little bit of Velcro on in here because I found that anything more, it becomes a pain to get the battery in and out. Also, I like to run my battery basically pushed all the way back. As far back as I can get it, I think is a perfect temperature, or perfect balance. Again, 3S 800 milliamp, non-smart. I know I said in the unboxing video and the radio setup smart batteries. They are not smart. They are just regular batteries. Smart would have the balance board, and these don't have the balance board. So now we have a full pack. We can reset our timer, even though there's really no point in flying a timer when you have battery telemetry. But let's go ahead and get another flight in on it. Everything feels good, everything looks good. I'm excited to actually fly this thing and enjoy it. I have been working very hard on this helicopter.
Done 1. Time remaining 4 minutes.
So with those gain settings, it feels great. We can play with a little more. We still don't have 100% perfect tail, but we're so much better. All idle up one flying.
Done 2.
So much more power in idle up too.
Done 1.
But if you're just doing normal sport flying, no need for idle up two.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
It's a fun little helicopter. Now we're gonna get Grandpa on the sticks now that we got it flying good. And then he already flew the M2, which you guys seen that video, you really liked it. So now it'll be a good comparison to see which one he likes better coming from a beginner novice style flying.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
This is the most flying I've done with this thing. I'm getting more and more comfortable as I fly it. One minute left. Regular old flying.
30 seconds.
So let's go ahead and put it back into normal mode. And now with a whole flight of idle up 1, not idle up 2, we haven't hit low. So you know what, let's fly past, we'll go back into idle up 1. Let's fly over our 5-minute timer. And let's see what flight time we get till we hit telemetry.
Timer expired.
All right, so we just went through our 5-minute timer. Do some big inverted hurricane. Nose in. Hold in a little bit of right rudder.
ESC 10.7 volts.
All right, we hit telemetry.
normal.
But I mean, that's a hands off hover. I added a little bit of pitch so it would, you know, not fall, but still pretty incredibly solid little helicopter. And again, no self level is on. Super quiet, very maneuverable. All right, let's land.
Hold.
There you guys go. We finally got flights on the Infusion 180. So we went 1 minute and 40 over our timer. So we're at 6 minutes and 40-second flight and idle up 1 on a 3S800. So almost a 7-minute flight time at idle up 1. So they claim 8 minutes. I see 8 minutes easy on like normal mode style flying, 8 minutes all day long. It's a super efficient little helicopter. It flies great. It needed a little bit of work, but it's a great little helicopter. So I want to conclude this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you want me to make videos on how I fixed the head and programmed with the pitch and everything like that. I still might do it, but if you guys are interested in it, let me know and I'll make them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe, take care, and have a great day.